Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. I'm going to start with this. Almost 40% of people familiar with crypto believe it could be the future of money. You know, I look at crypto in a totally different way today than I did a few years ago. I see XRP as the technology of the future, working as the trust layer in between two countries, sending money back and forth, a bridge currency, what it was built for. I see it as a utility powerhouse. And, you know, crypto has evolved quite a bit over the last few years, and it's growing at such a fast pace. That's why I always tell people now's the time to invest, because you could see how fast the world is getting ready for crypto. The survey polled over 15,000 people aged 18 to 65 in late April through May of this year. The respondents were also spread out among 15 different nations across Africa, the Americas, Asia, and Europe. A healthy supermajority, 92%, were aware of crypto, but that's where the similarities ended. Respondents from developing nations were generally more optimistic on crypto, while developed nations were decidedly more skeptical. Nigerians were quite keen on owning crypto as a store of value, with 65% of Nigerians feeling this way. For crypto investors in the US, Germany, and the UK, the reasons for owning digital currencies were a bit different. Americans, Germans, and Brits all said one of their top reasons for investing in crypto was because they were curious and had a desire to educate themselves on the industry through experimenting, a consensus spokesperson told Blockworks. And 56% of Argentinians were motivated to own crypto for the same reason. They reportedly feeling that their local currency is too unstable. You know, that's why anyone in the US should be looking into crypto right now, because at some point the US dollar is also going to become very unstable. Look at the BRICS. They're ready to send all our debt back to us, creating hyperinflation. You know, I did a video yesterday and I was shocked by the responses that you had in the comments section. You're starting to see now what I've been trying to show you all throughout last year. Last year you said, what does this have to do with crypto? What does this have to do with crypto? Now you're starting to see it. If BRICS sends back our debt, the US dollar falls, of course crypto is going to rise. XRP is going to skyrocket. Also, you got to take a look at what's going on around the Great Reset. When I do those videos, a lot of you say, wow, this is very depressing. You know what would be more depressing? You waking up one day and the Great Reset has just happened and you had no idea it was even coming. That's why I make those videos, to wake you up before it's too late. And you know, I also show you how crypto and blockchain is needed for the Great Reset to happen at the same time. That's why I do those videos. So crypto can become regular part of investors' portfolios once regulations are clear. Now, a lot of you ask me, can I bring crypto into my 401k? I've seen people talk about that in the past, and I think there's a few options for that right now. But in the future, I'm talking about when people are going to the store and they're shopping with crypto and not even knowing it. At that point, crypto will be part of every single person's 401k. You know why? Because investors are all going to tell you you need to be holding crypto in your 401k. They're going to want to capitalize on it at that point. You know, financial planners right now, they don't even want to talk about crypto. In the future, they are going to be pushing it like it's the greatest drug ever invented. Wait and see, that will definitely happen. Crypto boom in Japan. Ex-CFTC boss highlights potential revival. So ongoing regulatory battles in the U.S. raise questions about the ripple effects on global markets. The collapse of FTX, previously a top-tier virtual token exchange, had already put the industry on edge. I can't even believe they're still talking about FTX. You know, the mainstream media news told everybody, listen, crypto's dead. You don't want to get into crypto. It was one of the greatest shakeouts we've seen last year. And a lot of people lost everything with FTX. That's why I said Sam Bankman-Fried, he deserves life in prison for what he did. Some insiders in Japan, however, see an opportunity amid the U.S. turmoil with an established legal framework in place. They believe Japan could further cement its position as a crypto-friendly nation. So first off, I wanted to say further, right? Because you all call me out on that. But, you know, Ripple is going very big in Japan right now. A lot of announcements around it. And any country right now could easily become the next innovation hub, the next crypto hub all throughout the world. Because the U.S. is pushing that innovation out. Other countries are welcoming that innovation with open arms. SEC has all the Lunas. SEC confiscates Terra founder Do Kwon's crypto assets. And it's about time this happened as well. This happened a year ago when Luna crashed. So Swiss prosecutors have taken possession of approximately $26 million worth of crypto assets and US dollars belonging to Do Kwon, the imprisoned co-founder of Terraform Labs. Now, the New York Federal Prosecutor's Office and the United States SEC have reportedly requested Swiss prosecutors to freeze cryptocurrency assets and fiat currency associated with Terraform Labs. You know what else would be nice? If somebody looked into the wrapped Luna, what's going on there. Because, you know, when Luna crashed, they forked it. And then you had Luna 2.0 and Luna Classic. But then there was wrapped Luna, which everybody seemed to forget about. And there's a smart contract that says wrapped Luna should have followed the new Luna, Luna 2.0. But because the payout would have been so big, instead Coinbase suspended wrapped Luna and never even addressed the problem. That's something else for them to look into. Max Kaiser sparks outrage with controversial comment on XRP, ADA, and Ethereum. Selling toxic garbage to innocents is not an innovation. Scammers have been doing it for 2,000 years. Shitcoins are by definition scams. This includes Ethereum, XRP, ADA, BNB, and 20,000 others, and NFTs. Maybe El Salvador isn't for you. Go to Dubai. They love scammers. Is this guy just a clown or what? You know, he's so wrapped up in Bitcoin. It's incredible how these people only see Bitcoin. You know when he's going to see XRP for what it is? Once utility kicks in and leaves him and his precious Bitcoin behind. And that day will definitely come. Because we are invested in the greatest cryptocurrency of all time for cross-border payments. And it's a well-rounded cryptocurrency as well. The age of utility is coming. That's why I always tell you, you need to hold on to your XRP for dear life. JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon urges against challenging US dollars reserve currency. So Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan Chase, shared his views on the U.S. economy and the U.S. dollar as the world's reserve currency with the press after a meeting with House Democrats on Capitol Hill on Wednesday, noting that the U.S. economy is still doing fine. Dimon described consumers are in great shape. Home prices have gone up for 10 years. Asset prices have gone up. Debt's in a good position. However, he noted, we have issues down the road. I don't think we're doing fine at all. We have inflation. People can't make ends meet, and people are getting priced out of their houses by people like Jamie Dimon and Larry Fink over there at BlackRock. And the World Economic Forum's plan is to do that all around the world. And you know, these people are the same people that want me and you to give up everything while they keep everything that they own. And I can't stand people like that. They look at us like we're inferior for some reason. I cannot wait until the day crypto really takes off. I cannot wait until a whole pile of new millionaires are printed from crypto, and that is coming. And you know, maybe people will stay away from the US dollar going forward. I don't think we're ever going to cash our crypto out into US dollars, because who's really going to want to when the US dollar's value is below 70 cents on the dollar? You're going to be looking to cash out into gold or silver or something else. You know, there's so many options coming in the future. And if you never want to sell your crypto, great, because guess what? There's also going to be passive income options. You will be able to become your own bank in the future. Is JP Morgan's JP Morgan coin the biggest threat to Ripple's XRP? No, it will never be a threat. Why? Because it's a stable token pegged to the US dollar and will always be worth whatever the US dollar is. Simple. And they always put out these articles. Is this the next XRP killer? Is this the next XRP killer? You know, there's no competition for XRP and on-demand liquidity. But yet people want to get people to believe that these cryptocurrencies or these coins are somehow better than XRP. They FUD people, and people sell on news articles like this. They think, okay, well, I'm going to jump into the JP Morgan coin now, or I'm going to jump into Metal blockchain. It's going to be part of FedNow, or I'm going to jump into this. Listen, all you need to do is hold your XRP. That's all you need to do, and you will get financial freedom. June 27, 2023. Finestra completes FedNow service certification. Global Pay Plus and Total Messaging Solution are both interesting here. Finestra is ODL enabled and can use XRP. Finestra Total Messaging can leverage RippleNet. Ripple integrated into Pay Plus since 2015. Do you see how all the connections are being made around FedNow? FedNow is a domestic at first, obviously. Just pointed out the potential connectivity aspects from Finestra services being integrated into FedNow with the certification press release. And it's all happening at this time right now for a reason. And it has people believing that the Ripple case could wrap up at any moment. But take a listen to what Volante Tech states, that Ripple and CGI offer a win for payment service providers. I think it's actually GPI, which is part of Swift, I believe.
Premium on reducing the cost of doing payment processing. And that's something that payments in the service, as a service in the cloud, happens to be particularly good at, is helping banks reduce the cost of their infrastructure so they can use those funds for other things, like, for example, providing more value-added services. And that's really the other side of it. It's not just about cost reduction. It's also about the fact that banks today have to deal with a lot more different kinds of payment types, real-time payments, new cross-border settlement methods like Ripple and GPI. And on the front end, they've got to deal with open banking, APIs, and really becoming value-added service providers.
Let's take into account.
Exactly. So as a result, the agility that moving to a service model brings, the speed that cloud brings, is, if it were just those things, that would be enough. But the fact that the cloud also is now more secure than a typical bank data center and performs better, really when you put all those things together, it's a huge win for payments as a service providers. Premium.
It's not only about the payments. You got to understand, like, the banks are looking for a better solution, a simpler solution at the same time. And Volante is definitely going to use RippleNet, and they're most likely going to use XRP in the future as well, because it all starts with RippleNet. That gets them in the door. They show how Ripple's technology can fix a lot of the bank's problems. Then all of a sudden they say, well, we also got this over here, XRP for on-demand liquidity. Any bank out there would want to embrace that on-demand liquidity, especially in uncertain times. Ripple versus SEC lawsuit set for July, verdict, XRP price at crossroads. You know, I'm not even going to talk about this because I've heard July, I heard March, I heard January, I heard this in February. You know when it actually looks like this could possibly wrap up? Honestly, all everything, the facts point towards the fall. But again, if it happens sooner, great. But I'm not going to put no days on it and no months on it. I'm just going to say sometime between now and the fall, I think this judge might actually come out and bang that gavel. Because everybody is speculating still until that happens. Anybody who gives you an actual date is just lying to you at this point, because nobody knows. Brad Garlinghouse, do you think if he had a date, he would most likely come out and say, we're expecting this day as a very big day for Ripple and XRP? But until then, it's all speculation. So Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse highlights a need for robust infrastructure in crypto. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse recently addressed the impact of the ongoing crypto winter during the Point Zero forum held in Zurich, Switzerland. The seasoned tech executive highlighted a new focus on making cryptocurrencies more useful and strengthening their underpinning systems. He painted a picture of the U.S. market conditions and regulatory hurdles with the term permafrost to underscore the severity of the industry's predicament. However, beneath this frosty surface, Garlinghouse's remarks conveyed a sense of optimism about the future of cryptocurrency. Like a determined architect, he stressed the importance of focusing on constructing rock-solid infrastructures. And that's what Ripple has, a rock-solid infrastructure. They've been building it out all across the world for years now. All those bank partnerships. Then you got to look at the XRP ledger and all the projects coming on board as well. Ripple has such a great structure. I would compare, the only thing comparable to Ripple right now, I would say, is Hedera's, because Hedera never stops growing either. And it's different for Hedera and Ripple. Two different use cases, in my opinion. I see Ripple more on the finance side, moving all that bank-to-bank money. I see Hedera with micropayments and other infrastructures. People that don't so much like blockchain will mostly on board to Hedera. Two great cryptocurrencies. And again, if you're going to diversify, buy some HBAR. But again, Ripple has great structure to it. Real World Asset launches mortgage-backed stablecoin on XRP ledger. Now this is great. So Real World Asset Protocol announced the mint of Home, the first mortgage-backed stablecoin on the XRP ledger blockchain. Built on the RWA protocol, Home will provide institutions and individuals with access to the stability and cash flows offered by mortgages in the U.S., the company stated in a press release. The loans made to homeowners are collateralized and backed by a promise to repay the borrowed amount, or the lender can sell the house to cover the loan. This provides a steady stream of reliable income for holders of Home, the company stated. Home might look like a good investment in the future as well, and it's on the XRP ledger, and I like the idea of this. This might give people a better option than going through the traditional banks for a mortgage in the future at the same time. But these are real world use cases, and that's why I said it has great structure. You could see the utility and the use case actually being used in the real world. But until we get there, we got to stay patient and stay positive. We'll all get rich together. It's just a matter of time. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.